Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. Wish you a very good day and welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe it and press the bell icon. So, getting back to our book, chapter number 4, Recovery of a Loss. Adjoining the northwest side of the Kaaba, there is a small crescent surrounded by a low, semicircular wall. The two ends of the wall stop short of the north and west corners of the house, leaving a passage for pilgrims. But many pilgrims may make wide their circle at this point and include the present within their orbit. Passing round the outside of the low wall, the space within it is named Hijr Ismail because the tombs of Ismail and Hagar lie beneath the stones which pave it. Abdul Muttalib so loved to be near the Kaaba that he would sometimes order a couch to be spread for him in the Hijr. And one night, when he was sleeping, there a shadowy figure came to him in a vision and said, "Take sweet clarity." "What is sweet clarity?" he asked. But the speaker vanished. He none the less felt such happiness and peace of soul when he woke that he determined to spend the next night in the same place. The visitant returned and said, "Dig beneficence." But again his question received no answer. The third night he was told, "Dig the treasured hole." And yet again the speaker vanished at his questioning. But the fourth night, the command was, "Dig Zamzam." And this time, when he asked, "What is Zamzam?" the speaker said, "Dig her, thou shalt not regret, for she is thine inheritance. From the greatest ancestor, dry she never will not fail to water all the pilgrim throng." Then the speaker told him to look for a place where there was blood and dung, an ant's nest, and packing's ravens. Finally, he was told to pray for clear, flowing water that will water God's pilgrims throughout their pilgrimage. When dawn was breaking, Abdul Muttalib rose and felt the Hijr at the north corner of the holy house, which is called the Iraqi corner. Then he walked along the northwest wall, at the other end of which is the door of the Kaaba. In passing this, he stopped a few feet beyond it, at the east corner, where he reverently kissed the black stone. From there, he began the right of the rounds, going back past the door to the Iraqi corner, across the Hijr to the west corner, the Syrian corner, and thence to the Yemenite corner, which is towards the south, the children of Abraham, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, alike the lines of Ismail and Isaac, go round their sanctuaries with a movement opposite to that of the sun. As he walked from the Yemenite corner to the black stone, he could see the dark slope of Abu Qubais, and beyond it the further eastern hills, sharply outlined against the yellow light. 7 times he went the round, and each time the light was appreciably brighter. For the Arabia, the dawns and the dusks are brief. Having fulfilled the rite, he went from the black stone to the door, and taking hold of the metal ring which hung from the lock, he prayed the prayer which he had been told to pray. There was a sound of wings, and a bird alighted in the sand behind him. Then another bird alighted, and having finished his supplication, he turned and watched them stood, with their ravens gate towards two statuic rocks, which were about 100 yards away, almost opposite the door. These had been adopted. These had been adopted as idols, and it was between them that Quraysh sacrificed their victims. Abu Muttalib knew well, and did the ravens, that there was always blood in the sand at that place. There was also a dung, and going up to it, he now saw that there was an ant's nest. He went to this house and took two pickaxes, one of which was for his son Herod, whom he brought with him to the place where he knew that he must dig. The third of the tools in the sand, and the unusual sight, for the courtyard could be seen from all sides, soon attracted a crowd, and despite the respect generally felt for Abdul Muttalib, it was not long before some of them protested that it was a sacrilege to dig at the place of sacrifice between the idols, and that he must stop. He said he would not, and told Herod to stand by him and see that no one interfered with his digging. It was a tense moment, and the outcome could have been unpleasant. But the two Hashemites were determined and united, whereas the onlookers had been taken by surprise. Nor did these idols, Isaf and Nila, hold a high rank among the idols of Makkah, and some even said that they were a Jeromite man and woman who had been turned to stone for profaning the Kaaba. So Abdul Muttalib continued to dig without any actual move being made to stop him, and some of the people were already leaving the sanctuary when suddenly he struck the well's stone, covering, and uttered a cry of thanksgiving to God, Allah Almighty. The crowd reassembled and increased, and when he began to dig out the treasure which Jurham had buried there, everyone claimed the right to a share in it. Abdul Muttalib agreed that lots should be cast for each object as to whether it should be kept in the sanctuary or go to him personally or be divided amongst the tribe. This had become the recognized way of deciding an issue of doubt, and it was done by means of divining arrows inside the Kaaba, in front of the Mobid idol Hubble. In this instance, some of the treasure went to the Kaaba and some to Abdul Muttalib, but none of it to Quraysh in general. It was also agreed that the clan of Hashim should have charge of Zamzam itself, since, in any case, it was their function to water the pilgrims. Thank you so very much for being with me, and the book will continue. We'll be reading the next chapter very soon, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe my channel And thank you so very much for being with me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.